24. USA, November 1894. Dear Kali, thanks for all that I come to know from your letter. I had no news of the telegram in question having appeared in the Tribune. It is 6 months since I left Chicago, and I have not been yet free to return, so I could not keep myself well posted. You have taken great pains indeed, and for this how can I thank you adequately? You have all evinced a wonderful capacity for work, and how can Sri Ramakrishna's words prove false? You have got wonderful spirit in you. About Shashi Sanyal, I have already written. Nothing remains undetected, through the grace of Sri Ramakrishna. But let him found a sect or whatever he will. What harm? Shiva vasantu panthanaha. May blessings attend your path. Secondly, I could not catch the drift of your letter. I shall collect my own funds to build a monastery for ourselves, and if people criticize me for it, I see nothing in this to affect us either way. You have your minds pitched high and steady. It will do you no harm. May you have exceeding love for one another among yourselves, and it would be enough to have an attitude of indifference towards public criticisms. Kali Krishna Babu has deep love for the cause and is a great man. Please convey my special love to him. So long as there is no feeling of disunion amongst you, through the grace of the Lord, I assure you, there is no danger for you. Rade vane parvata mastake va, be it in battle, in the forest, or on the top of mountains. Shreyamsi bahu vignani. All noble undertakings are fraught with obstacles. It is quite in the nature of things. Keep up the deepest mental poise. Take not even the slightest notice of what puerile creatures may be saying against you. Indifference, indifference, indifference. I have already written to Shashi, Ramakrishnananda in detail. Please do not send newspapers and tracts any more. Take the husking hammer to heaven, and there it will do its husking, as the Bengali saying goes. The same trudging about here as it was in India, only with the carrying of others' loads added. How can I procure customers for people's books in this land? I am only one amongst the many here and nothing more. Whatever the papers and things of that sort in this country write about me, I make an offering of it to the fire god. You also do the same. That is the proper course. A bit of public demonstration was necessary for Guru Maharaja's work. It is done, and so far so good. Now you must on no account pay any heed to what the rabble may be prattling about us. Whether I make my pile or do whatever else I am reported to, shall the opinions of the riff-raff stand in the way of his work? My dear brother, you are yet a boy, while I am growing grey. What regard I have for the pronouncements and opinions of such people, you should guess from this. So long as you gird up your loins and rally behind me, there is no fear even if the whole world combine against us. This much I understand, that I shall have to take up a very lofty attitude. I should not, I think, write to anyone except to you. By the by, where is Gunanidhi? Try to find him out and bring him to the mutt with all kindness. He is a very sincere man and highly learned. You must try your best to secure 2 plots of land. Let people say what they will. Let anyone write anything for or against me in the papers. You shouldn't take the slightest notice. And my dear brother, I beseech you repeatedly not to send me any more newspapers by the basketful. How can you talk of rest now? We shall have rest a while only when we give up this body. Just do once get up the celebration, brother, in that spirit, so that all the country around may burn with enthusiasm. Bravo! Capital indeed! The whole band of scoffers will be swept away by the tidal wave of love. You are elephants, forsooth. What do you fear from an ant bite? The address you sent me reached me long ago, and the reply to it has also been dispatched to Pyari Babu, 18 November 1894. Bear in mind, the eyes are 2 in number, and so the ears, but the mouth is but 1. Indifference, indifference, indifference. Nahi kalyanakrit kaschit durgatin tat gacchati. The doer of good deeds never come to grief, my dear. Ah, to fear. And whom are we going to fear, brother? Here the missionaries and their ilk have howled themselves into silence, and the whole world will but do likewise. Nindantu niti nipuna yadi vastuvantu, Lakshmi sama vishatu, gachatu va yatheshtam, adyaiva va maranamastu, shatantare va, nyayat pathav pravichalanti padan nadhiraha. Whether people skilled in policy praise or blame, whether the goddess of fortune favors or goes her way, whether death befalls today or after hundreds of years. Persons of steady mind never swerve from the path of righteousness. Bhartrahari, Niti Shataka. You need not even mix with the humdrum people, nor beg of them either. The Lord is supplying everything and will do so in future. What fear, my brother? All great undertakings are achieved through mighty obstacles. Hey Veer, Kuru Paurushamatman Upekshitavya Jana Sukripanaha Kama Kanchana Vashagaha. You valiant one, put forth your manly efforts. Wretched people under the grip of lust and gold deserve to be looked upon with indifference. Now I have got a firm footing in this country, and therefore need no assistance. But my one prayer to you all is that you should apply to the service of the Lord that active impulse of manliness which your eagerness to help me through brotherly love has brought out in you. Do not open out your mind unless you feel it will be positively beneficial. Use agreeable and wholesome language towards even the greatest enemy. The desire for fame, for riches, for enjoyment is quite natural to every mortal, dear brother, and if that agrees well with serving both ways, that is, serving both God and mammon, why, all men would exhibit great zeal. It is only the great saint who can work, making a mountain of an atom of virtue in others and cherishing no desire but that of the good of the world. Paraguna Parmanun Parvati Kritya Tribhuvana Mupakara Shrenibhihi Prinayantaha, etc. Bhartrahari, Niti Shataka, 70. Therefore, let dullards whose intellect is steeped in ignorance and who look upon the non-self as all in all play out their boyish pranks. They will of themselves leave off the moment they find it too hot. Let them try to spit upon the moon. It will but recoil upon themselves. Shubham bhavatu tesham. Godspeed to them. If they have got anything substantial in them, who can bar their success? But if it be only empty swagger due to jealousy, then all will be in vain. Haramohan has sent rosaries. All right, but you should know that religion of the type that obtains in our country does not go here. You must suit it to the taste of the people. If you ask them to become Hindus, they will all give you a wide berth and hate you, as we do the Christian missionaries. They like some of the ideas of the Hindu scriptures, that is all. Nothing more than that, you should know. The men, most of them, do not trouble about religion and all that. The women are a little interested, that is all, but no large doses of it. A few thousands of people have faith in the Advaita doctrine, but they will give you the go-by if you talk obscure mannerisms about sacred writings, caste, or women. Everything proceeds slowly, by degrees. Patience, purity, perseverance. Yours, etc., Vivekananda. 25. USA, 1894. Dear Brother Shivananda, your letter just reached me. Perhaps by this time you have received my other letters and learnt that it is not necessary to send anything to America anymore. Too much of everything is bad. This newspaper booming has given me popularity, no doubt, but its effect is more in India than here. Here, on the other hand, constant booming creates a distaste in the minds of the higher class people. So enough. Now try to organize yourselves in India on the lines of these meetings. You need not send anything more in this country. As to money, I have determined first to build some place for mother. For women require it first. I can send nearly rupees 7,000 for a place for mother. If the place is first secured, then I do not care for anything else. I hope to be able to get rupees 1,600 a year from this country even when I am gone. That sum I will make over to the support of the women's place, and then it will grow. I have written to you already to secure a place. I would have before this returned to India, but India has no money. Thousands honor Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, but nobody will give a cent. That is India. In the meanwhile, live in harmony at any price. The world cares little for principles. They care for persons. They will hear with patience the words of a man they like, however nonsense, and will not listen to anyone they do not like. Think of this and modify your conduct accordingly. Everything will come all right. Be the servant if you will rule. That is the real secret. Your love will tell even if your words be harsh. Instinctively, men feel the love clothed in whatever language. My dear brother, that Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was God incarnate, I have not the least doubt. But then you must let people find out for themselves what he used to teach. You cannot thrust these teachings upon them. This is my only objection. Let people speak out their own opinions. Why should we object? Without studying Ramakrishna Paramahamsa first, one can never understand the real import of the Vedas, the Vedanta, of the Bhagavata and the other Puranas. His life is a searchlight of infinite power thrown upon the whole mass of Indian religious thought. He was the living commentary to the Vedas and to their aim. He had lived in one life the whole cycle of the national religious existence in India. Whether Bhagavan Sri Krishna was born at all, we are not sure, and avatars like Buddha and Chaitanya are monotonous. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is the latest and the most perfect, the concentrated embodiment of knowledge, love, renunciation, Catholicity, and the desire to serve mankind. So where is anyone to compare with him? He must have been born in vain who cannot appreciate him. My supreme good fortune is that I am his servant through life after life. A single word of his is to me far weightier than the Vedas and the Vedanta. Tasya dasa dasa dasoham. Oh, I am the servant of the servants of his servants. But narrow bigotry militates against his principles, and this makes me cross. Rather let his name be drowned in oblivion, and his teachings bear fruit instead. Why? Was he a slave to fame? Certain fishermen and illiterate people called Jesus Christ a god, but the literate people killed him. Buddha was honored in his lifetime by a number of merchants and cowherds. But Ramakrishna has been worshipped in his lifetime, towards the end of this 19th century, by the demons and giants of the university as God incarnate. Only a few things have been jotted down in the books about them, Krishna, Buddha, Christ, etc. One must be a wonderful housekeeper with whom we have never yet lived. So the Bengali proverb goes. But here is a man in whose company we have been day and night, and yet consider him to be a far greater personality than any of them. Can you understand this phenomenon? You have not yet understood the wonderful significance of mother's life. None of you. But gradually you will know. Without Shakti, power, there is no regeneration for the world. Why is it that our country is the weakest and the most backward of all countries? Because Shakti is held in dishonor there. Mother has been born to revive that wonderful Shakti in India, and making her the nucleus, once more will Gargis and Maitreyis be born into the world. Dear brother, you understand little now, but by degrees you will come to know it all. Hence it is her mutt that I want first. Without the grace of Shakti, nothing is to be accomplished. What do I find in America and Europe? The worship of Shakti, the worship of power. Yet they worship her ignorantly through sense gratification. Imagine then what a lot of good they will achieve who will worship her with all purity, in a sattvika spirit, looking upon her as their mother. I am coming to understand things clearer every day. My insight is opening out more and more. Hence we must first build a mutt for mother. First mother and mother's daughters, then father and father's sons. Can you understand this? To me, mother's grace is 100,000 times more valuable than father's. Mother's grace, mother's blessings are all paramount to me. Please pardon me. I am a little bigoted there as regards mother. If but mother orders, her demons can work anything. Brother, before proceeding to America, I wrote to mother to bless me. Her blessings came, and at one bound I cleared the ocean. There you see, in this terrible winter I am lecturing from place to place and fighting against odds, so that funds may be collected for mother's mutt. Babu Ram's mother must have lost her sense owing to old age, and that is why she is about to worship Durga in the earthen image, ignoring the living one. Brother, faith is very difficult to achieve. Brother, I shall show how to worship the living Durga, and then only shall I be worthy of my name. I shall be relieved when you will have purchased a plot of land and established there the living Durga, the mother. Till then I am not returning to my native land. As soon as you can do that, I shall have a sigh of relief after sending the money. Do you accomplish this festival of Durga of mine by making all the necessary arrangements? Girish Ghosh is adoring the mother splendidly. Blessed is he, and blessed are his followers. Brother, often enough, when I am reminded of the mother, I ejaculate, what after all is Rama? Brother, that is where my fanaticism lies. I tell you, of Ramakrishna you may aver, my brother, that he was an incarnation or whatever else you may like, but fie on him who has no devotion for the mother. Niranjan has a militant disposition, but he has great devotion for mother and all his vagaries I can easily put up with. He is now doing the most marvelous work. I am keeping myself well posted, and you two have done excellently in cooperating with the Madrasis. Dear brother, I expect much from you. You should organize all for conjoint work. As soon as you have secured the land for mother, I go to India straight. It must be a big plot. Let there be a mud house to begin with. In due course, I shall erect a decent building. Don't be afraid. The chief cause of malaria lies in water. Why do you not construct 2 or 3 filters? If you first boil the water and then filter it, it will be harmless. Please buy 2 big Pasteur's bacteria-proof filters. Let the cooking be done in that water and use it for drinking purposes also, and you will never hear of malaria anymore. On and on. Work, work, work. This is only the beginning. Yours ever, Vivekananda.